that smart strategy to start this tag team match off?
Time will tell because the match is officially underway. What the? For a second, I thought Eddie Pearl was going for a handshake, and I should have known better.
Eddie Pearl adding serious size in recent months. And Cody, as you know, when you add size, you add power.
Eddie was telling me how he was sizing up all day.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it. Oh, look at the cravat applied and right into the snapmare.
Telling me about 3 years, whatever that means. Still haven't gotten to the bottom of that. Shoulder block, down goes Scott. Ooh, leapfrog.
Scott hits the ropes. Big clothesline by the Hot Shot. Absolutely rocking Eddie Pearl.
Back and better than ever.
Scoops him up.
No. Pearl lands on his feet.
Dodges a lariat.
And an arm drag from Spencer Scott.
Look at that. Spencer Scott goes right into the front face lock, not giving Pearl a moment.
Let me ask you this, Cody. We haven't even touched on this. Do you know who the Flaming Aces faced in their Prestige Wrestling debut? No. In their tag team debut.
Oh!
Zay Perez taking Pearl for a ride. In comes Gibson arguing with the official.
I don't know if Eddie Pearl knows where he is. Oh, nope, spoke too soon. Pearl with a desperate shove.
Set scissors takedown. It was none other than the Midnight Heat back at Make Your Own History 3 years ago. Randomly paired together two blue chip graduates of the Oregon Pro Wrestling Academy. But the Zay Perez and Spencer Scott we see here are a far cry from the Zay Perez and Spencer Scott we saw fall to the Heat handily in their tag team debut 3 years ago in Washington.
Yes, that random pairing turned into one hell of a tag team. And right now you see the Playboy trying to keep Gibson down on the mat there with that face lock. But Ricky Gibson's obviously the bigger of the two here, but you got to give A for effort for the spirit of the Playboy not letting go.
Yeah, we're not just talking about the ego of Ricky Gibson. Still, though, Zay Perez maintaining control of that neck. We saw it against Raekwon. He can deal with a big man, especially with the assistance of Spencer Scott.
That's how you get by with a little help from your friends.
Blowing a kiss for good measure. And this is classic Flamin' Aces. Isolating Ricky Gibson in the corner. Down he goes.
Uh-oh.
And a standing moonsault from Scott. Cover.
Ooh.
And a kick out.
Kiki Gibson was in trouble.
Huh?
That's his name, Kiki.
It's not?
Yep. He loves to be called that.
A lot of misinformation about this guy. People saying he's from Seattle. You got to fact check.
Apparently he's the son of George Steele. I don't know.
Eddie
Dodges the
Pearl.
clothesline. Again.
Nasty landing on the apron and a handspring cut off by Pearl. Now that is interesting to me. I hate to give the Midnight Heat credit, but talk about turning lemons into lemonade. Spencer Scott, Eddie Pearl, take it off by Spencer Scott. Eddie Pearl using that positioning to sweep Spencer Scott out of the handspring.
Dyslexia is not going to stop Eddie Pearl.
Now back in the corner, Ricky Gibson using that 5-second allotment for a double team here against Spencer Scott. Say what you will about the Midnight Heat, they are a hell of a tag team.
And we've both said this dozens of times, Jordan, and that's what makes it so much worse.
It sucks, man.
When they just do underhanded tactics, when they cheat, when they lie. Oh!
Monkey flip from Eddie Pearl. Now what is that?
That's monkey style into
Cover,
mantis.
cover.
Yes, he just transferred the monkey style into the mantis style.
Eddie Pearl, a regular Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
And it's apropos, Eddie Pearl in many ways reverse evolution.
Is Eddie Pearl the missing link?
In comes Ricky Gibson.
Oh, wait.
Oh no.
Not one, but two boots to the midsection of the Hot Shot, and Spencer Scott's desperately got to get out of this one, Jordan.
See, this is a pissed off Ricky Gibson here tonight. They've worked very, very hard. I'll make an amendum. They have cheated very, very hard to not exactly get the record they have as of late here in Prestige Wrestling. They don't want the Flaming Aces on their return match to upset that.
Look at that, Perez rather trying to get the crowd behind him. Gibson not happy about it. But
Down goes Scott with body slam.
It's not stopping Ricky.
I mean, you got to think, Ricky Gibson, Kiki Gibson, call him what you will, and Eddie Pearl trying to work their way back towards #1 contendership. They want to become Prestige Wrestling World Tag Team Champions again, seeing as they never really had an opportunity to have a reign in the first place.
Oh!
Shot to the
Gibson.
mush.
Just absolutely manhandling Spencer Scott there. It ain't pretty, but it was effective. Punch to the face. Now Pearl hits the ropes.
Down goes Scott, and this is where that ring rust, that time away from the ring, He's going to come back to bite Spencer Scott. The longer he stays in this match, the more it favors the Heat.
Hey. Going for that midsection, going for the back, making it hard for him to breathe. And you got to think that the cardio is being checked here by the Flaming Aces.
Rallying behind the Prestige faithful. Spencer Scott attempts to escape the waistlock. Reaching for Zay Perez. He's fingertips away.
Like a Renaissance painting.
That was no painting. That was no art. That was ugly. But still, Eddie Pearl has control of that wrist, and with the assistance from Gibson, there was no way in hell Spencer Scott was making the tag. And cheap shot behind the official's back. Come on, man. And Zay Perez, you can hardly blame him, but he cannot afford to do this.
To the surprise of no one, the Midnight Heat have successfully got under the skin of their opponent tonight.
And this is what they do. This is what makes them so effective, much like we talked about with our last matchup. Ethan HD didn't have the same type of flashy offense as Casey Ferreira, but he had the experience and he had the tenacity. Backbreaker, a kick out, and moreover, Cody Von Whistler, he was willing to bend and break the rules and test that in a way that Ferreira wasn't and the Flaming Aces aren't.
Look at the placement of that knee, Jordan, right in the spine.
Back up. Spencer Scott using that long, wiry frame here, trying to fight out, but Gibson won't give it to him. Irish whip, sunset flip attempted. Gibson looking for the tag, and in comes Pearl.
Tag was made. I don't think Spencer knows it. Oh no, Spencer does, but absolutely nowhere to go as Gibson wrapping his legs around the head of Scott.
Cover. He didn't then, he certainly does now. Frequent tags, in and out, Cody. We talk about it a million times. We talk about it a million more. It's the name of the game. What is Eddie Pearl doing?
He's jaw-jacking with the Prestige faithful, as he always does.
Creepy, man. He's tough to look at.
That's putting it lightly.
Clearly still cutting his hair. Portland rallying behind their native hotshot. Again looking for the monkey flip, but perhaps went to the well one too many times.
Then Spencer capitalized on this. God.
Ricky Gibson again back in illegally. But a bulldog! Almost an acid drop there from Spencer Scott leaves the opening.
And once again, Pearl right there to cut him down at the pass. But wait a minute!
No! Friendly fire between the Midnight Heat.
I thought Gibson had him. I was wrong, and I'm absolutely... Wait a minute! So...
Perez makes the tag! The Playboy in like a house of fire. Arm drag.
Allons-y!
And another. Hat trick evaded from Eddie Pearl. Neck breaker.
And the Playboy is just now heating up, finally in this matchup.
There's that O'Connor. No. Meteora.
Wasting not a moment is the Playboy who hits the oh no, gets dumped up, lands on the apron.
And catches Pearl. Deceptively strong is Zay Perez.
That's right.
And from the top, Playboy's looking to fly. Missile drop kick, killing two birds with one stone. And in comes the hot shot. Cody, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but I think we may be seeing the end of this winning streak from the Midnight Heat.
Don't talk about feet and mouth when Ricky's around.
Man. Same with Eddie. Seriously, I think the Flamin' Aces are playing spoiler here, Von Whistler. No! And as soon as I say it, a meeting of the minds. No! Land on their feet! Double waist lock, double German suplex!
Da suplex! Gibson hits the floor. Pearl's alone. Eddie's alone with the Aces.
They got him. This is it.
Hooks the leg.
No! Cody, that is as close gets, my friend.
I don't like it. But it happened. Pearl kicked out. And
Perez up to the top rope here. Such a far cry from make your own history. This time, it's the Flamin' Aces making their own history.
They're not done.
Sent on from the top. And now Scott looking to fly. No! Gibson sending Perez into the ropes. Down goes Spencer Scott.
Oh, come on.
Into the hot seat. That's it.
Damn it.
Well, Midnight Heat continue their winning ways. Victory over the Flamin' Aces. Heading into Roseland 11, April 12th from the Roseland Theater. One has to think they have their sights set on later on tonight. Platonic Romance challenging Ultra Power for those Prestige Wrestling Tag Team titles.
I feel bad for anyone that the Flaming Aces, the Midnight Heat have their eyes on. But the Flaming Aces did an amazing job in that contest. There was more than a number of moments where me and you both thought the Aces were taking it.
Now welcome back Spencer Scott. It is great to have him and Zay Perez.